If you think you can get away with the dishonoring, disrespecting, not living holy, not living righteously, not doing what the word of God says, and not have any consequences, you got another thing coming. I need you to read Psalm 78. It's a long one, but it's worth it because it's going to put all of you passive Christians in your place to know that you cannot live in sin. You cannot actively choose sin and think you're choosing God at the same time. You're not. In chapter 78, it was a reminder that God will destroy those who dishonor, disobey, who do not put him first, who worship false idols, who don't honor and remember what he's done for them. God will destroy you. In chapter 78, he gave a reminder of what he did to his rebellious, disobedient, ungrateful kids. He will destroy you. So for every Christian that always that refrain from telling this part of the gospel, the good news is that it's only through Jesus. But if you hold back the fact that Jesus didn't die so that you could still live, what does that mean? He died so you can die to self. You pick up your cross and you follow him. So if you are still living as the old man, you haven't been transformed, you haven't been renewed, God is mad. In chapter 78 of Psalms, it says he's hot mad. That means he's furious. So what do you think he's going to do to a generation who refuses his son? And I'm not just talking to people who aren't saved, because this wrath he poured out was to his children, those who knew better. So you mean to tell me that the word of God commands us to fast? The word of God commands us to pray. The word of God commands us to worship. The word of God commands us to give from an abundance and a joyful, cheerful place. You mean to tell me that you think you can disregard the word of God and say you are his child and he won't pour out his wrath on you? You have another thing coming. I try not to fuss, but in the spirit of Psalms and what God was displaying, I think this presentation is acceptable because God took 70 something verses to remind people that he destroys people to humble them. He will destroy everything you built up that took his place. Put something